everyone, my name is Mr. Harrington and I am from the School Sports Partnership. I'm here to introduce to you the National School Sports Week, which is coming up on the 21st to the 25th of June. And there are lots and lots of activities that you can take part in that are going to be introduced by Youth Sports Trust and the Sports Partnership. Today I'm going to show you some different relay ideas which we hope that teachers and leaders can take part in and also lead for others within your school. That might be in-house competitions, it might be activities taking part in your break and lunch times. It's completely up to you, and hopefully these resources will be really helpful for you to take part in. Activities that you can expect, boccia, tri-golf, multi-skill circuit, basketball and handball, lots and lots of activities, but I'm going to show you some relays which we hope you can get involved with. So best of luck, and we really look forward to seeing you very soon taking part, and remember to use the Healthy Happy Hearts hashtag when you are taking part in the activities. Thank you everyone, good luck.
Hello everyone, my name is Miss Brown and I'm from Three Rivers and Watford School Sports Partnership. So as part of our Healthy Happy Hearts Week, we are hoping that teachers and play leaders can get involved in organising some activities for your school. Now it's really important to think about our key leadership principles when you are organising your activities, and that is what we call soccer. And that includes our safety, so making sure nobody is in danger or at risk. Being organisation, have you got all your equipment, have you got your activity plan ready and set up? Communication, make sure when you're introducing your activity you're being nice and clear. You can maybe show a demonstration as well to help, nice and loud voices. Cooperation, make sure if you're working as a play leader you're working together as a team to help your session run really smoothly. Enjoyment, make sure you're enthusiastic as a leader and encourage all the children to have fun and get involved. And finally, responsibility. So make sure you look after all of your equipment and pack it away at the end of the session, and just make sure that if you look after everybody that is taking part in your session. I hope you have a great session. Remember all of those principles, and I'm sure everybody is going to have a great time. Good luck, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
For Healthy Happy Hearts, it's really important for both leaders and teachers to consider how you can change games to maybe make them easier, harder or more fun. And this can be adapted for relays as well. So what we use is the STEP principle. S standing for space, T standing for task, E for equipment and P for people. So a couple of examples that you could use is space. Space, it might be to make your relay or your challenge or your activity easier. It might be you make the space bigger or smaller, it's completely up to you. Or maybe distances from a starting point to an end point, shorter or larger. It's completely up to you, but think about ways that you can involve people in different spaces to get the most out of your activity. Task. Task is focusing on maybe things, how you use equipment. Maybe if you're balancing a ball, can you adapt it to then maybe bouncing the ball upwards or bouncing the ball downwards? It can also affect how you move. So it might be you ask pupils to move quickly, jogging maybe, and the next time they have a go it might be hopping or jumping or skipping or side steps. So with tasks there's lots of different ways you can change your relays and your activities to get people moving in different ways and using that equipment in different ways. When we move to equipment, think about adding in different shaped balls maybe, rackets, different sport themed equipment, maybe hockey, basketball. Lots of different equipment offers lots of variety and lots of fun. So think about ways that you can improve your relays, improve your games that you create, and think about maybe making it more challenging or slightly easier with different size and shaped equipment. And finally, people. Now it might be in your relay you're working in groups, or you might be working individually, or actually sometimes it might be you want to grab a partner. So I'll look for a partner. Where's my partner? Here's Miss Brown here, fantastic. So we're good to go as a pair for our activities. Are you good to go? Best of luck, and remember the STEP principle. Makes it easier, harder or just more fun. Our first relay is the ball relay, and all you need for this relay is a selection of different size balls and a few cones. You need a starting point, and then you need to organise your groups together. So for our starting point, it might be you have a group of 5 or more, depending on the size of your class, but it's completely up to you how you organise your pupils. So the starting point is over here at the red cone, and we're looking to make our way up to each of the green cones, throw and catch each of the different size balls. So what we're looking to encourage here is catching skills, and once we've thrown and caught each of the 3 balls, we're going to return back, high five to the next in line, and the next person goes. And we keep running it until once everyone has their turn. Okay, are we ready? Let's go. On your marks, get set, go. So we're going to get the ball, throw it up, can we catch it, and place it back down. Next one, throw it up, catch it, place it back down. Next one, up we go. Big catch, place down, and then we go back, high five. That's our ball relay. Hopefully you can have fun with that, and remember you can adapt this by increasing the space, okay, or mixing up different size balls. Completely up to you how you change it. Best of luck. Thank you.
Hello everyone, so this relay is the tennis relay. So for this one you again need some cones. So I've got 3 green cones and a red starting cone, and I've got a tennis ball and a plastic racket. And so what we're going to do is start at the red cone. Make sure you've got your starting point. Again, get your group into some teams, lining up one behind the other. The first relay is a balancing one. So we're going to place the ball on the racket, and we're going to travel in and out of the cones and then back in and out of the cones on the way back. Once you have finished that, you would pass the racket and the ball on to the next person, and then they would have their turn. Alright, so this is how it works. Make sure you've got nice clear voice when you're giving your starting instructions. So ready, set, go, bouncing around the cone, keeping my eyes on the ball, and then we get to the end. If you want to make this harder, using the step principle and specifically task, we can change how we move with the racket and the ball. So this time, instead of balancing, I'm now going to do some little bounces of the ball on the racket as I travel in and out of the cones. Alright, so let's see how this one goes. Ready, steady, go! And stop there. So make sure to give them lots of encouragement and cheer them on as they go through the relay. Hope you enjoy it, have lots of fun. See you next time.
Our next relay is the hockey relay, and all you'll need is a hockey stick, ball. It could be a wooden stick or plastic, completely up to you, whatever you have in the school cupboard. And I've used some hurdles and some cones as well. So we're going to look to practice some different skills and changing direction with the ball. So I'm going to show you now. Again, a starting point, just making sure we've got both hands on the stick. And we're going to make our way through the hurdles and then in and out of the cones on the way back, and we're going to hand over sensibly with your stick and leaving the ball on the floor for the next in line. Right, here we go. So we're going to make our way to the hurdle, next one, then we're going to make our way round, in and out of the cones, and stop the ball, ready for the next person, hand that over. To make that a little bit harder, you might want to change the balls, might want to use a slightly smaller ball, you might want to add in more hurdles or more cones, but this is a great starting point for this hockey relay. Best of luck.
Hello everyone, this is the obstacle relay. So the equipment that you need, obviously you can change this, but I've got a starting red cone, I've got 2 hurdles, 3 larger cones, a hoop, a spot and a beanbag. So in your teams, one behind the other, and the first person is going to take the beanbag with them. We're going to travel over the hurdles, move in and out of the cones, through the hoop, and then you're going to throw the beanbag to the person waiting at the front of the line. So let's see, have a look what it looks like. So on your marks, get set, go. Over the hurdles, in and out of the cones. You're going to place that on the spot, and then make a throw to the person, and then go to the back of the line. Obviously, if you want to change this depending on your space, you might decide to create your obstacle relay in a straight line. You might swap in or swap out different equipment, and you can make it as fun as you want. So the next relay is the movement relay. So this one, all you need is two cones, a starting cone and an end cone. So make sure again you've got your teams lined up ready and that they are starting at the point. So this relay is about completing some different movements. So to keep it nice and simple, to begin with, I'm just going to start by sprinting as fast as I can down to the green cone, around the cone and then back. I would then give a high five to the next person and they would go. Alright, so on your marks, get set, go. Around the cone and back. So that could be your first starting point for your relay. If you would like to change it using the step principle, you might change the way that you're moving. So remember, that is a task change. So the next relay I'm going to go for skipping on the way to the green cone, and then I'm going to go for hopping on the way back. So that would look something like this. On your marks, get set, go. Skipping and then hopping on the way back. And then a final one, you might do another round. This time I'm going to go for some side stepping on the way to the green cone and then jumping on the way back. Ready, steady, go. And then there we go. So you can change it up. You could even be creative and go for some completely different movements. It's up to you. Pick ones that the children are going to really enjoy.
Hello everyone, this is the agility relay and it's focusing on moving your body quickly in different directions, and for this relay you need some cones and a set of 3 tennis balls. I've chosen different colours and I can show you a change that will make this activity a little bit harder the second time round. But let's show you the first run. So at our starting point I want to try and transfer each ball to the opposite side. So we're going to go to the yellow cone first, transfer the ball over to the other yellow cone, then the blue, then the red. And what's really key in this one, and this is for leaders and for staff, is to really encourage coordination. So picking up with your closest hand, transferring it in your other hand and then placing it down. And then on the opposite you're going to go with your right hand to your left hand, and I'll show you that right now. Starting point, mark, set, go, left, coordinate it, and as we get used to it we can move that a little bit quicker and then we'll run back to the starting position, and then the next person in line will have their turn. It might be that you want to challenge individuals further, so using the step principle you might want to do one or two things. The first thing you could do is to extend the space, the distance between the cones. So you could simply take a giant step back with each cone from the other side. And I'm going to go one better, and I'm going to mix up the colours, but the same principle applies to try and transfer the ball from the correct colour to the other side to the other correct colour. So we're going to mix up the red over here, blue, we're going to place the red over here. So now when I first rock up to the first ball, I'm going to pick it up, but I'm going to place it over to the yellow over there, and then I'm going to come over to the blue over there, and then the final one, the red in the furthest cone, is going to come all the way back here, and then I'll come back. So I'm now affecting the space and actually the task as well, but still encouraging that coordination. On your marks, get set, go. Right hand, yellow, blue, red, and then we've finished. 2 versions of the agility relay there. Best of luck. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Healthy Happy Hearts. So, as part of this session, we are thinking about our health and well-being and being able to be active and improve our fitness and getting the whole body moving. So we've got a health and fitness circuit for you that includes 6 different activities, thinking about a different part of the body and an activity that goes with that. So you might set this up as a circuit, so make sure you've got lots of space, and you might have 6 markers to mark out where your circuit is going to be. So for example, I've got a green cone, that might be one of your stations, and you can use the resources, one for each station, to help remind whoever's taking part in your circuit what they need to do at each one. So the first one I've got here is thinking about the arms. So using our arms, getting them moving, and the activity for this is star jump. So the aim is to complete as many star jumps as you can in the time that you give. So for Key Stage 1 you might give them 30 seconds, maybe for Key Stage 2 you might give them a minute, try and challenge them a little bit further. So star jumps, you're going to go nice big star jumps, and you're going to do as many as you can in 30 seconds. Encourage them, give them lots of positive encouragement, and tell them to keep going and see how many they can get in the time that you give them. That's the first activity.
The next activity is focusing on our core muscles, so in particular the stomach here, and we're looking at balance in particular. So we've got a warrior balance or stalk pose. So I'm going to show you the warrior balance first. So I'm going to show it front on first of all. So we're placing our foot pointing forwards, and then we're going to lean slowly forwards, placing your leg behind you, arms stretched out, knee bent, and trying to hold it for the duration of the 30 or the minute. And I'll show that side on. And really focusing on balance and encouraging your children to hold that pose. And the stalk pose, again using whichever foot they decide, and placing the other on the inside of the thigh and holding that for 30 seconds or a minute. There we go.
The next activity is thinking about the brain. So using a little bit of coordination, thinking about what our arms are doing. And for this activity, we're going to go for some arm rotation. So you might start with just getting the arms moving in a forward circle. Again, maybe count how many they can do in the time. You might challenge them to go for arms going backwards, or maybe for an even more of a challenge, you might go for one arm going forwards and then adding in the other arm going backwards. So using a bit of a coordination and a brain challenge for that one. Over to the next one.
Next activity is focusing on lungs. So in particular we're looking at jumping up and down on the spot, counting at the same time. So really encourage your children to be a little bit competitive and using the time to try and count up how many jumps they're completing. Of course, technique is vitally important when we're jumping, so bending the knees is really, really important. So we're going to jump, bending your knees and counting 4, 5, 6 and continuing on for that duration of time. Thank you.
The next challenge is thinking about the legs and the leg muscles. So we want to get those leg muscles working, try and move them as fast as we can, getting that heart rate up again as well. So this is a split leg jump. So we start with one leg slightly further forward, make sure the knees are slightly bent. We can use those arms as well, and we're going to jump one leg in front of the other. Okay, so jumping forwards, moving the arms opposite, and again count how many they can do within the time. Next activity.
The heart. So we're looking to encourage children to run very quickly on the spot. Okay, so it's really important. We show them technique, so knees up, yeah, and we're trying to get them moving as quickly as they possibly can, pacing themselves for the duration of time. So knees up, arms as well, on the same spot. That's really, really important. There we go.
So those are the 6 activities, and remember, once they've done one, you can then move each group around to the next circuit. Make sure you've got a stopwatch ready so that you can time them, and then you can maybe have a little bit of a competition with how many of each activity they can complete in the time that you give them. Hope they have lots of fun, make them work hard, improve their health and well-being and those healthy, happy hearts. Good luck, thank you.